Hello, and let me welcome you to Accra, the capital city of Ghana, in Africa. I want to show you around, and we're currently on the N1 highway. This is the shortest route from the western part of the city to the eastern side of it. Um, and as I show you around, I would like to talk about what has been happening on the news, international news as well, because you must have heard that ethnic minority groups in the United Kingdom have come under unprecedented attack. There is a wave of anti-immigrant. There is a wave of anti-immigrant sentiment currently ongoing in the United Kingdom across many cities and towns across England. And what are the remote causes to this? Of course, there is an immediate cause, and if you've not heard, this 17-year-old young man of African descent went on a rampage last week, on a murderous rampage actually, and he stabbed kids, little children, 5-year-olds, 6-year-olds, stabbed these helpless kids, and 3 of them died, 3 girls, and this others in critical condition, and it has sparked this wave of attacks across the country of England. And what are some of the remote causes for this? Many of those people under attack are African, and
that's the road to Sprintersburg. And then for
this
the
is
behind us. I think
this is something that I just want to talk about, because since I heard the news, the news about the murder of those innocent kids was horrible enough, but the retaliatory attacks has also been very devastating, and I can understand, evil. I say that evil is contagious, or evil can be contagious, just as acts of kindness are contagious. So I actually understand the anger and anguish of the British people, because we here in Africa feel it too. I mean, what kind of a person attacks children, stabs children? We are devastated here in Africa, more so because the perpetrator, the attacker of these innocent children was African. I did not know what could make him do that. Was it an episode of psychosis? Was it insanity? I did not have the facts, but the deed was done, and we are seeing the aftermath of that. Now let me say that Africa has huge potential for development. We are currently here in Accra, and Accra has always been, Ghana has always been one of the most peaceful countries in Africa. Politically very, very stable, and it has been this way for decades. And we know that Africa has huge potential. for development. And these are one of the reasons why it's hard to see that so many of our people, these African citizens,
It's not a U-turn. Oh, yeah, U-turn.
decide to
Oh, so we have to go on.
flee their countries of origin and attempt to illegally cross over to the United States, and they risk their lives doing that. It's amazing to imagine that people are willing to die in their attempt to reach Europe, and many of them actually lose their lives on the deserts in the Sahara and on the Mediterranean Sea before they get to Europe. And yet, it does not discourage others from doing it day after day. And it appears that the Europeans are now tired of it. No matter how welcoming people are, there is always this limit to their tolerance, and there is always this peak
They are not getting to Palace. That's
Um,
what they're saying.
at which their hospitality can collapse.
Maybe they got caught up in the traffic.
And this is actually what we're seeing
That's how they are.
in the UK at the moment. As I said, Africa has a lot of potential for development, and let me take Accra for example. Accra, the Greater Accra region alone has more than 40 universities, and the question is, do we not have the capacity? Do we not have the technocrats, the ability to bring our economies up to the level that we desire? Such that our citizens do not feel compelled by their dire economic circumstances to risk everything to flee their country to try and make a better life for themselves in other places where it appears that they are already saturated and not very, very welcome as they used to be. This is one of the causes, this is one of the reasons why we should be motivated to develop the continent of Africa. We have the potential. So we must have the ambition and the will to do whatever it takes to move the continent forward. This is the Spintex area of Accra, so we're already in the eastern side of the city of Accra.
Yeah, they're prime location.
And Accra is a big city. Accra is one of the biggest cities in West Africa, and like I have said, it's
What's that?
for many
International Mall.
foreigners in the African or West African region, it is one of the cities that they prefer to come and live because of the security, because of the low crime rate, because of the stability and the tolerance and hospitality of the people of Accra and Ghana in general. So we have a lot of foreigners living in
Still
Accra.
under construction. It's not done yet.
We have millions of Nigerians living in Ghana. Millions and millions of Nigerians living here, and for the most part they live very peacefully and they enjoy living here. And we have a host of other people from all across Africa and beyond also making their homes in Africa. Except for a few bad nuts, it is a beautiful thing to see that we have something somewhat close to the free movement of people on the continent of Africa. Okay, people have complained that the cost of transportation within the continent should be lower than it is currently to facilitate more free movement of Africans on the continent of Africa, and that borders should be reduced to further encourage the free movement of people. All of this will surely help to discourage illegal migration to the Western world. Legal migration is okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Legal visiting of Europe, the Americas and other places are okay. The problem has always been the illegal migration. So, well, thank you for watching this, and we'll catch up again in the next video.